Hello everyone. Today we want to see how to develop a VR-enabled application using motion trackers and sensors to have a haptic interaction. Now, moving ahead with this, we don't need the main camera, so we'll delete the main camera from our scene. Now, we'll save the scene as in the scene as VR haptic interaction. Just a second. Yes. Now, saving the scene, uh, we'll now click on the hierarchy panel, right click, and we are able to see this XR origin here. For the VR, it is already enabled, and you have to import the package from the package manager, which is XR Toolkit. So in the XR, we are able to see this camera offset, the main camera, and the left controller, right controller. In the main camera, you will see. I'll just place a plane so that it's more visible, than which what the camera is focusing on. Now I'll adjust it. Mm, so now in the XR origin, in the camera, in the XR origin, you are able to see this XR origin component which has been enabled and this input action manager. It has been already enabled because I have installed the XR interaction manager asset. Now in the tracking mode, you will be able to see its flow. We switch to flow so that it's focused on the flow. And in the input action manager, I have added this default interaction manager, which has been already added to my assets because I have added the starter asset. And for starter asset, you can go to Windows and Package Manager. Here, if you search for XR Toolkit, I have already, and the starter asset you can import from here. XR interaction demo, anything which you want, you can import. I have imported, that's why it's already saved here in the starter, and here I already have many prefabs and scripts and presets, and in the presets I have this interaction toolkit, which by default I have added. So if you see the main camera, it's already enabled. Now, moving for the left controller, you'll be able to see this that it is XR controller action based, which means any actions is performed, so it will be enabled. Now, if you click on this three, you'll be able to see this again, this XRI, which by default I have added. So I'll switch to left controller. Now, if you can see, all the properties have been enabled for the left hand by default. You won't be able to make next. So for the right also, it has been left. So I'll change it to right controller. Now you save the scene. No, no, yeah. Now if you run the scene, it will take a couple of minutes. After running the scene, and you see we are able to move in the game screen. Yes, we are able to move in the game screen. This XR device simulator, which has been on the left panel, is by default installed for the function. Now, for the left controller, I need something to view it. So I'll change it to 0.1 as it 1 is quite large scale for it. And camera is all settled in the reset position. Same to for the right. I'll change it 0.1, 0.9. Yeah. Now for the left and right controllers, I have install this Oculus Hands for Unity, and if you import it, you'll be able to see this like in assets, Oculus Hands, and it has this models already by default setting. So I'll drag and drop this left hand model for the left hand and right for the right. So yes, in the left controller, I put the left hand controller and right controller for the right model. Now, yeah, it's enabled. In the game screen, you can see. Now, in the controller, you can change it to left hand control animator panel. You can change it to left hand animator, and for the right, you can change it to the right hand animator. The animators have been already added by default because I have already installed that toolkit, which has enabled many things by default. Now, if you see the left hand, and you'll be able to see this, there's a renderer installed in which you can change the color or maybe the lightning, whatever you want to change for the hands, you can change it to view in the game screen. I will maybe make it blue so that it's dark, maybe. Make it more visible in the game screen. Now, if you play the scene, you'll be able to see they are enabled. Yes, you'll be able to see, but the size is very small, so I will just maybe increase the size to 10 or 20. 10 is quite big for this. So I'll 7 maybe. And same for the right. I will switch make it 7. Now if you play, you will be just something. Yeah. Are you able to see that the hands are moving freely by the cursor? And if you switch the cursor in the Y direction, Y axis direction, it moves, the camera moves. Now, if you go into the Windows, just a second, if you go to the Windows and yeah, if you go to the Windows, here in the animation, you have this animator, and in animator, you can see this blending tree. If you double click on the blending tree, and the blending tree set it as 0, and if you open the blending tree panel, if you can see, if you increase the grip size, the grip is moving. If you increase, yes. Now, if you increase the trigger, it is able to just maybe touch and interact. So this more happens when you are having a proper interaction with it, when you have a proper animation installed for the hand controls, and you have the device accessing it. So for the scene part, if we move to the main screen, this is how we do in Unity. This is how we enable the VR in Unity. And for the haptic interaction, I have already told you. Thank you so much.